Have you ever poured your heart out, sharing a story or an experience that you thought was incredibly powerful, only to look at your audience and realize, whoops, that story just didn't land? Crickets, stares, a complete disconnect. If you are a podcaster or business owner and you can relate to that time when a story that doesn't land doesn't just hurt your feelings, and in fact, it doesn't just hurt your feelings, it actually costs you listeners and clients. So today, we're going to fix that. Welcome back to the Organizedpreneur Podcast. I am your host, Aldreama Harper, your operations mentor, fractional CEO, and efficiency architect. I help service-based podcasters eliminate the manual back-end work so that they can scale, so that you can scale your media presence without burning out. So I was having a conversation recently with a dear friend of mine, and she was sharing how she had opened up and told her story to a circle of ladies, and it just completely fell flat. Like the impact she wanted to make just didn't translate. And so, as I sat this morning and I was thinking about that, I realized that this happens all the time. It happens to me. It happens in our personal relationship. It happens on sales calls, and it happens a lot in podcasting. Like we hit the record button, we start rambling about our day or our struggles, and we forget that the audience needs a bridge to cross. A bridge to cross over into our world. Like they're not in our head. So sometimes we're actually seeing things, in our head that they can't actually see. So the message that just gets lost. So I want you to step fully into your role of a media CEO, a podcast CEO, where you have to communicate with intention. So, as I was thinking about this, I developed a framework for you that I believe will be helpful. I call it the 5 Rs of Transformational Storytelling. And so as I was thinking about this, I was thinking about, my friend's story and how often, this has happened to me. I thought, well, why not create a framework for it? So let's just break down exactly how to structure either your next episode or your next business pitch or presentation so that it lands with absolute power. I want you to grab your notebook for this one because this is going to be very powerful. So let's start with number 1, the first R, which is relevant. Before you hit that record button, you need to ask yourself, why does this matter to my listener right now? In business and podcasting, relevance is your hook. If you start a story about what you ate for breakfast, like I might just tune out unless it's relevant to what you want to share with me. But if you start out by saying, I know you are exhausted from trying to edit your podcast until 2 a.m. You've spent hours and hours and hours trying to create your show notes. You've spent so much time with this one episode. You're procrastinating. You're doing all of the things and it's not perfect. Your story must immediately intersect with their current pain point. So if you start out by saying that, it just might connect with me because that's relevant. If I'm a podcaster and I'm struggling with those issues, I get it, right? So let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is relatable. So not only should it be relevant, it should be relatable. And this is where you share your personal struggle. You have to show your human side to build that know, like, and trust factor. And in business, people do not hire perfect robots. They hire people who understand their pain because they have lived it. Right? When you say, I used to cry out of frustration trying to duct tape my tech stack together, your audience exhales like, oh, yeah, I get that. And they trust you because you've been in the trenches with them. It's relatable. So not only should it be relevant, it should be relatable. Number 3 is rising action. I call it rising action. And this is where you build the tension. And so in a great story, you have to lay out the challenges that forced you to change. Like what is your rising action? And if you keep doing manual data, for example, manual data entry, and acting like the volunteer admin for your own show, you are going to burn out and your business will suffer. You have to raise the stakes so that the audience knows a change is necessary. Okay? So that's number 3, rising action. Number 4, resolution. This is the payoff. Your present solution, the clear benefit for your audience, is the resolution. And so in your business, this is your core offer. In your podcast, this is your actionable takeaway. What do you want them to take away from this episode? And so you tell them, like I'm telling you, the resolution is shifting from this Frankenstein tech stack into a single streamlined platform like Riverside and using the AI to do the heavy lifting. That is the resolution. And so for this episode, that would be an example of a resolution for you. So you give them the exact blueprint to fix the tension you just built. I really hope this is making sense. Lastly, number 5 is the revelation. This, my friend, is the ultimate aha moment. It's not just about fixing the tech issue, it's the paradigm shift. The revelation is when they see things differently. And for my clients, the resolution is getting an automated pipeline. But the revelation is realizing, wow, I actually am a media CEO. I'm actually a media CEO or a podcast CEO. I'm the CEO of my business and my podcast. I have my time back. I have my peace back. That's the revelation. That's what you want to leave your audience with. You want to leave your audience transformed and not just informed. So that's the takeaway. The 5 R's: relevant, relatable, rising action, resolution, and revelation. That's when you stop talking at people and you start leading them. establish your authority. You validate their feelings and you give them a clear path forward. So if you're listening to this right now and realizing that your podcast operations or your business systems are lacking that clear resolution and revelation, then let's talk. I want to help you build an automated brain so that you can do all things decently and in order. Head on over to my site, organizedpreneur.eo.page, and book a complimentary call with me today. I want to help you to get your time back. I want to help you to have a business and a podcast that brings you joy and peace. That's all I have for you today. I want you to stay tuned. Have a beautifully organized week and keep stepping into your CEO power. Have an amazing day.